one time, and I'm not making that up. It's a pill about the size of your thumb, and I swallowed that, and they're looking around in there, and they're like, oh, no. And so I'm going into the doctor tomorrow, and Jenny, out of the blue says...
I said, what if you go into your doctor, and he's like, man, you just got one big gas bubble in there.
And you just got to fart.
Goes, just give me the fart medicine then.
Give me the fart medicine. I'll fart like a 1/2 hour solid long fart.
They squeeze you. And then they start ringing you out at the end. And then you're like,
yeah, I don't know.
You come back and you're like 30 pounds lighter. We're like, gosh, you're so skinny.
Yeah.
I was so full of gas.
I was so full of gas.
That was crazy. Okay.
Like a whoopee cushion.
Now, this is not what people come here for. People come here for quality, dignified entertainment, Broadway reviews, and speculation on the Nobel Peace Prize. That's what they're here for. And then you get the fart bubble squeeze jokes. I don't know where it comes from. We have a couple of things coming up. First of all, Sabrina Carpenter keyword coming up. This is the last week for that. But right now, we've got a little follow-up. And this is it's War of the Roses, which we do every Wednesday or Tuesday at this time. Brand new episode. So it is a War of the Roses, but it's not.
Catching a cheater one fake bouquet of roses at a time. War of the Roses starts right now on KDWB.
I love a good love story. So I have a good love story. A lot of the time on War of the Roses, it doesn't turn out to be a love story. It turns out to be bitter and resentful and spiteful and ugly. But you might remember a couple of weeks or a week ago, we had on somebody who wanted to do a War of the Roses completely different. He said, I want to have Jenny call my ex to see whether she will accept flowers from me. We've been broken up for a year. I can't stop thinking about her. I've tried to get over her. I don't want to send her flowers because that way I won't know whether if she throws them in the dumpster or whether she's like, oh, these are great. I want to have Jenny call and say, hey, I'm from the flower company trying to send you flowers. I got the wrong address?
Yeah, I said, I'm sorry, this address doesn't exist on Google.
So here's a clip of what happened when Jenny called.
But you are happy to get flowers from him?
Yeah, I really am.
Hey, Danielle.
Hi.
Sorry to throw this on you. I can't stop thinking about you, and I just wanted you to know that I'm sorry I wasn't fully present before, but I'm serious now.
How do you feel right now, Adam, after a year of missing Danielle?
I feel hopeful. I'm thrilled that she accepted the flowers, and I hope I can actually bring her flowers in real life.
How do you feel, Danielle?
Yes, I would like the in real life, in person reconnection. I've been missing
that makes me really happy.
A lot too.
So fast forward back to today. We said, let's call this guy and find out how things have gone down since they had kind of successfully rekindled.
Yeah.
Guess who's on the phone right now? Justin is on the phone.
Oh.
Justin, no surprise, you knew we were going to call because we had asked you if we could call. Justin, I know nothing about what happened after that phone call on War of the Roses, so fill me in. I'm going to guess there was some sort of rekindling, reconnection.
Hey, yeah. Nice to talk to you guys again. Yeah, we just kept texting after the call. We decided to meet up like 2 days after that call, and we went to Nina's Coffee. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's like a spot.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had a lot of catching up to do, and it was just really easy. And you know, it was so crazy. Like after, I don't know, like 20, 30 minutes of talking, honestly, I didn't even realize we were doing this. We were holding hands, like talking, like just really listening to each other, kind of holding hands across the table. You know, when you do that.
My heart is melting. So
cute.
You're doing that romantic double hand hold?
But it wasn't like a stick. Like we really it was very natural, and you know, it's been a year, but we had a lot of like life things happening when we were kind of, you know, getting to know each other before we broke off. And her mom was sick, and I was, you know, I wanted to know about that, and her dog had died while we were broken up. So, you know, all these things I never reached out because I was scared to. I wanted to know, you know, how she was, and I think she really, you know, felt that emotion, that kind of like reconnecting and wanting to like be there for each other. And yeah, we talked for like 2 hours, and
so would you say I'm sorry I missed that. What did you say?
No, we just haven't really stopped talking or texting or seeing each other since. So
Would you say you're back together?
Well, I didn't want to waste any more time, so yes, we are together.
Wow.
I think that's great. I think sometimes you know that is your person.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes you break up and you go, well, maybe I'll find another person. But don't you sometimes you break up and there's always something in the back of your mind that's like, they're not that other person.
Yeah, I've had that feeling before, but never like this. And this is just like that ache that never went away. And I'm really grateful to you guys for having me kind of help reconnect.
Aww.
I think that's great. Just so you like talked to her and seen her like every day since then.
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely like integrated in each other's lives again. And yeah, it feels good. I feel really good, really happy.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for letting us catch up. It was a great love story. You know, sometimes what is it? You got to break up to make up.
True fact.
Yes.
And people do get back together all the time when they realize, hey, I had a good thing. So, Justin, thanks for talking to us and good luck. Say hello to Danielle for us.
I will. Thanks, guys.
I don't know that we've ever had a War of the Roses that ended that way ever. I mean, we've had ones that it's like, it turns out that it's like, oh, he wasn't cheating and it was all a big misunderstanding or whatever, but never had one quite like that in the history of War of the Roses.
Isn't it exciting to help a couple like get together and not break one up for once?
Yeah.
No, it's kind of boring.
It is
huh?
a little boring. No,
I like the mess.
It was nice. It
Why
was
there
a nice
condom
thing.
on your nightstand? That's what we want. We want that drama.
Right, exactly. All right, it's KDWB. We are now 7 minutes away from the next Sabrina Carpenter keyword. Keep your radio on for another 7 minutes. You can use that keyword and try to enter to win that trip to Los Angeles. But speaking of couples, I got a little update here. Vaunt and Alyssa are not—they're not speaking to each other right now.
Oh no!
I'm in the doghouse, guys.
Yeah, what's going on?
Here's what happened. So Alyssa, my girlfriend, God bless her soul, had been talking to me for months because she wanted us to start going to church, right? And neither of us are like overly religious people, but we believe what we believe, and she thought it'd be a good way for us to make friends. Now, I always told Alyssa that I'd be down, but I'm not committing to anything, like going every Sunday or going to this service on Bible study, whatever. I grew up in church, so I'm not against it. But there was a phase in my life where I was kind of like forced or coerced to go every single week. And I don't like that because church shouldn't be like that, right? So, well, fast forward to this past weekend. She says, oh, don't forget you're going to church with me on Sunday. And I go, we'll see. Did that constantly up until this Sunday. So Sunday morning, she's like, oh, so you're going. Now I'm frustrated because I've told you, please don't make it a thing that I have to go. That's what I don't want. And she got upset because she was like, well, this is something we've been talking about. And I should have just told her I'm not going, is what she said. I still think if I said I'm not going, she would have been upset. So there was no way for me to win in this situation. But now she's mad at me.
You let her on, though. I think you let her on. I'm kind of on Alyssa's side. I love you. But I'm kind of on Alyssa's side. It sounded like you kind of led her on. Yeah, I'm going to church. And then you're like, nah. And you didn't go, did you?
I did end up going.
You did?
Because she was upset. And I told her like that I'd be down, but just don't push. And because she kept push, that's why eventually I was like, probably not. Because you did exactly what I asked you not to do. Like, I'm cool to go with you, but I feel like that answer should have been enough.
Was she pushing you or was she just like reminding you
throughout
the week?
A little bit of both. I think it was a little bit of both because, like I said, I told her from the beginning I'd be down, but just please don't make it a thing. And she kept saying, so you're going. She
was just triple checking.
But I don't feel like I could have just straight up said, I think the only answer she would have been content with was yes. And I wasn't giving her that.
I don't know. I think that I don't understand why it's hard to say no to your partner sometimes, but I get that. I think that as me personally, I would rather just someone say, no, I don't want to do this.
But she wouldn't have been happy with that either. She still would have been mad because she wants me to go.
Well, it sounds like you said yes to placate her, but you didn't really mean it.
No, not necessarily. Originally, I said, yes, I'm down. Just please don't push it on me. And then as, actual appointment was getting ready to be set this past Sunday, I said, we'll see.
Yeah.
I never concrete said yes or no.
Well, that's annoying. Say concrete.
When you got to church, did you pout and did you
I'm not standing to pray. No, that wasn't me.
You didn't? Okay.
I went because in some cases, I'm learning that do you want to be right or do you want to be happy is what I'm learning.
Are you a debtors or a trespasses kind of a guy?
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, we're debtors in mine.
Are you debtors?
What does that mean?
Yeah, we're debtors, yeah.
What does that mean?
Forgive our debtors as we forgive those who debt against us.
Forgive our debts as we forgive our debtors.
Or trespassers.
Trespass against us is a mouthful.
See, that whenever I always said, forgive our debtors and we forgive the debtor, whatever it is.
Clearly don't know it, but okay.
And then so I went to a Catholic church, and Catholics, they're, first of all, they're standing up and down the whole time. I got bad knees.
Yeah.
And they're like, they say trespasses. I said, what'd they say?
Uh-huh.
And the girl next to me is Mary, because every Catholic is named some form of Mary.
Yeah.
Mary Kay, Mary Ann, Mary Lynn, Mary Sue, Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Mary. So, and she's like, oh, they said trespasses. And I'm like, what is that? Anyway, what were you saying?
I just, if you feel like I let her on, that's fine. But I also feel like she wouldn't have been content with any answer except for, yes, I'm going. And again, that was what I didn't want in the beginning. So now I'm in the doghouse, even though I still ended up going.
Let me ask you a question. Let me say, if you guys decided to go to SneakerCon, you want to go to SneakerCon, it's coming to Minneapolis on whatever.
Yep.
And so here it is. And she's like, yeah, I'll go, but just don't pressure me to go.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like the morning of SneakerCon, and you're like, are you going to SneakerCon? You said you would. And she's like, nah, not if you pressure me to. How would you feel?
If she didn't end up going, probably pissed. But then I still went to church with her, though. So you have nothing to still be upset about.
You did it cranky, though. I feel like I
get what you're saying.
My ex he did not like to go do anything. And so when I would convince him to come with me to something, he would pout the entire time.
Oh, that's terrible.
And then I would regret asking him to come.
Along, yeah.
So then I would stop asking him to do anything with me. And then he'd be like, you're never here.
I'm fine with admitting that I was wrong in I guess leading her on. I just want her to also understand that the same way that I said, sure, I'm down, but don't pressure me, she kept pressuring me. So the same way you want me to be straight up and say yes or no, also listen to what I'm saying.
I think she was just reminding you. She was saying, hey, you've got a plan for Sunday morning. Don't forget your plan for Sunday morning. I have to do that with my sister. Shout out Madison. I'll be like, hey, you've got this thing on your calendar. Please don't forget it. Hello. Don't forget this thing that you have. Hello. Me again.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget this thing. So I don't know if she was pressuring you. She was just reminding you that you said you would go.
Well, let me read this text message. Somebody says, I lost it. Oh, here, if she was going to be mad either way, then you could have at least erred on the side of being honest earlier on and not stringing her along in hopefulness all week out of respect. Imagine her thoughts and her anxiety. Is he going to come? Is he going to come? I get that.
I think it's great. You're going to church. Number one, I love that for a young couple to go to church. I think that's awesome. Number two, are you going to go on Sunday?
This Sunday?
Yeah.
We'll see.
I can imagine you two walking in and your pastor looking like, young people. Oh.
Churches love young people.
Yeah.
It's
Give
like,
them a
oh my God.
good piece of communion bread.
Somebody else, though, text messages on the other side. Why does it need to be a concrete yes or no? Why can't you just say, yes, I'll go and go on your own terms? And that's kind of how I looked at it. Maybe I should have been more direct, but I said, yes, just don't pressure me, meaning I will go, but that doesn't have to be every Sunday. I don't know. But now I'm in the doghouse for it, so.
Can't go during Viking season because the Vikings are on.
I was so happy that they won the other day. So
Yeah.
I was on the phone with my dad and he was watching it and he was like, I was like, they're losing, right? He was like, no. I was like, you're kidding, right? He was like, no.
I remember we would go to church every Sunday. And then one year we were on our way to the church. And I remember I had bets on the Vikings game, or I hadn't placed bets on the Vikings game. So I had to turn around and come home. And then we decided not to go. And that is Vaughn's church story.
Church story.
On KDWB.
The Dave Ryan Show, 101.3 KDWB.
All right, let's get on with the dirt. Before we do group therapy, we've got a group therapy coming up in a second that is really dicey and scandalous. And it's I'm honestly amazed that she would be on the radio, because it is one of those things where it's like, I don't know if that was my story that I would want it on the radio. So let's get on with Dave's Dirt on KDWB. Sexiest Man Alive was announced last night on the Jimmy Fallon Show. Here's the announcement.
People's sexiest man alive, Jonathan Bailey! In 2025, you just think, I'm sort of thrilled that People Magazine have invited someone in to bestow this honor on someone who can.
Yeah. So he was in Bridgerton, he was in Wicked for Good, and he was in some other things too, right?
Jurassic Park.
Okay.
He's in a lot of stuff, and he is really hot. And if you don't know who Jonathan Bailey is, then you're doing a disservice to yourself. So look him up, and he's great. And I'm so glad that he won.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carly Rae Jepsen is pregnant.
Heard about that. She got married like a week ago, and now she's pregnant.
Yeah, just had a secret wedding. She married music producer Cole MGN, and they exchanged vows 1 month ago in New York City. And then yesterday, the couple posed for their pregnancy announcement. And Carly is doing well. She was obviously showing at their wedding, I guess, is what they said.
Yep. Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah. She posted this photo and just said, "Oh, hi, baby." Apparently was the announcement.
Cute.
Oh, hi,
I
baby.
love it. That's cute.
Kelly Clarkson is feeling well enough to reschedule her Las Vegas residency. She had canceled a bunch of her summer shows after her ex-husband died. And so now tickets are going on sale for the new dates, which are in August of next year. So August 7th and 8th and 14th and 15th at Caesar's Palace for her studio sessions that she had canceled before. So I'm glad that she feels better to at least reschedule those. Yay.
Dick Cheney died. He was the vice president, I believe, under Bush. I'm sorry that I've kind of forgotten, but
Yes,
he
you're
was
correct.
84 years old and he died but just in the last 24 hours or so. We just heard about that one. Federal judge granted the request of Diddy for a fast track appeal so he could be back in court as early as April to see whether he can get out on an appeal.
So Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin from Coldplay have been dating for quite a while. And apparently they're saying that Dakota Johnson is feeling a little bit jealous after reports of Chris Martin rebounded with Sophie Turner. And I do want to correct myself. They were engaged, by the way. So Dakota said that a rep for her, said she seems lighter and more at peace now. And Dakota has been slowly dating again and she's happy. So good.
Hey, let's take a trip. Your chance to win a trip to Los Angeles to see Sabrina Carpenter at one of her sold-out shows happens now on KDWB. Talk back the keyword busy. That's busy on our iHeartRadio app.
Okay, that is to win that trip to see Sabrina Carpenter in Los Angeles. So I know you've heard us do it before. Don't lose sight of the fact that, yes, you've done it a dozen times, but do it again because it is a cool trip, probably your best trip of the year, unless you went to Rome. If you went to Rome, then maybe it's a different story.
Yeah, it's a toss-up in
Paris
between
and me a little bit.
Which one would be the best?
Right, but this is a really cool trip to go to L.A., see Sabrina Carpenter in concert from KDWB. Keyword is busy.
101.3 KDWB, The Dave Ryan Show.
We got an email just yesterday, and we actually pushed this one to the front of the stack because we thought you might want to have some answers sooner rather than later. And so we called Bethany, not her real name, and said, "Will you be on the show?" And I'll be honest with you, I was surprised
I was too.
that she would be on the show. And it's not that you've done anything wrong. It's just a kind of an awkward email. Bethany, not your real name. The email is long-ish. So if I can ask you to kind of shorten her up a little bit so we can help you out. Thanks for being on, Bethany. What's going on?
Hi, guys. Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you fine.
Beautiful.
Okay, great. So long story short, I have two sisters. I'm the middle. And recently, my older sister contacted me to tell me that she suspected that our father was not her biological father. So,
Now, what suspicion, what brought that on?
So she did an online DNA test. I won't say the company name, but just out of curiosity, I think she'd gotten it as a gift. And so online, you can build a family tree and you can find relatives and things like that. And
So cutting to the chase, and I'm not trying to rush you along, but to keep it simple, you then took a test and found out she is not your full sister, which you've grown up and you're 40-something years old or so.
Yep.
She is half sister, meaning your dad is not her dad, which she'd spent 40 years of her life thinking all three had the same dad.
That's right. That's right.
Shocking.
So, yeah, I mean, it's been a couple of weeks now, and we're still reeling from it. She, of course, was devastated. There's no question that myself and my younger sister are my father's daughters. We look so much like him.
Yeah.
So, we're just kind of this. The three of us know. Nobody else really does, and she's just going through it. I'm checking in on her every day, and trying to be encouraging and supportive.
That's got to be devastating to think that this guy who took you on camp outs and taught you how to put a worm on a fish hook and ride a bike and was there for you on whatever, that this guy
he's a great dad.
It was a great dad, but he's not your. That's just got to be a weird,
it's a shake-up,
hurtful thing.
Yeah,
and she probably feels.
She's just a mess.
Does she feel deceived after 42 years of deception?
I think so. I mean, I certainly do. But we also wonder if they don't know.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Who doesn't know?
If her parents don't know.
My parents.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
mom would
so
have to
my
have an
parents-
inkling. Wouldn't mom have to have an inkling?
She might think like, well, it could be this guy's
Sure it
or
could.
this guy's.
Sure it could.
Right.
Yeah.
But she would have an inkling.
Yeah.
So running through the scenarios, I mean, my parents they dated in high school and they got pregnant at around 17 and then got married at 18 and had my sister shortly after. So now knowing, we've known this all of our lives. My mom dropped out of high school. My dad, dropped out of college in order to start a family and raise my older sister. So, and this was in the early 80s. It's what you did. And I know that their parents were like, no, you're getting married.
Yeah.
That was kind of the thing back then. If you got somebody pregnant, a lot of the time it's like, oh, they've got to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I've reminded her, that all of us, my younger sister and I, and all of we have beautiful families and we're all very healthy and happy and we have wonderful lives. All of us exist and all of this is here now because of her. I mean, regardless of who her biological father is, they decided to get married and raise this family and build a family. And we had a really great childhood and we're all, we're close. I mean, every family has their things, but so we have a great family dynamic. And her first thought was, I don't know if I want to bring this to them because what if they don't know?
That's the thing. What if dad, there's so many possibilities. You mentioned this in your email.
Yeah.
Basically, you just turn your radio on. We're talking to somebody who is in her 40s. She's got 3 sisters. She's the middle sister. DNA test, kind of just for fun, turned out that the oldest sister, not the caller, but the oldest sister's dad is not the dad of the other 2 girls.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's known this. They're all about 40 years old or so. And it's just kind of devastating, shocking, hurtful. Your question is...
He's not the dad, just to clarify, of the oldest sister, not the 2 girls.
Yeah.
I probably said it wrong. So your question is, what is your question? Do you approach mom? What do you want to ask?
So, my younger sister and my older sister, they're like, how do I go to mom with this? And my first thought was, I don't know that we should. My parents, they had a rough go of it. The first dozen years of marriage, they were children themselves, raising a young family. And my dad worked 3 jobs and, it was tough. And, so now they're retired. They have these grandkids that they love so much. They're, living life, they're traveling and they're very happy.
Yeah.
And I worry that if, mom cheated on my dad at 17 or went to a party and got drunk or something happened and she got pregnant by somebody else and my dad doesn't know.
Well, and that's kind of what I'm thinking is like your dad, there's so many scenarios. Your dad might know, he might know and decided, you know what, I love her. It might be mine. I don't know that they had DNA testing back then. So maybe he's like, I know it could be this other guy's, but it might be mine and I love her. She could have been deceitful. She could have been made a big mistake. There's so many different things. The question is, I think if I'm getting this right, is should you ask them or tell them that you know? Right?
Yeah. And so, and it's not this isn't my dilemma. I'm trying to be as supportive to my sister as possible.
What does she want to do?
In the back of my mind, it's eating her up. And that's the part where I feel just heartbroken for her. Like you said, Dave, she's having this existential moment of like, wow, everything that I thought, isn't right.
Right. And side note, didn't you say her biological dad, you looked him up and he died a few years ago?
Yeah. The man who we suspect is the biological father through this, so she had contacted some people in this family tree that she built online who she was a first cousin with. So this guy that they suspect is the guy He died a few years ago. So,
so there's no going back to this guy and kind of rekindling or whatever. So there's so much more we could talk about, but I think that my opinion is, because I'll be honest with you, I've talked about this before, there's always been a little bit of doubt because I did a DNA test. It turned out that I'm 20% Asian.
Mm-hmm.
And I look nothing like my sisters and brother.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I look like my mama.
Mm-hmm.
But I know mom and dad had some troubles back around the time that I was around.
Uh-oh.
And so there's always in speculation. Susan is certain that I am not my dad's son.
You're
She
very
is certain.
different than your siblings.
They
too.
have a look
Very different.
that is like no other look. And it is a very strong look through my entire extended family. I don't have it. So Susan's like, yeah, but my dad was such a good dad.
Mm-hmm.
And if he knew, he never treated like anything. I'm almost going to cry.
Yeah.
He never treated me like anything less than his son.
Right.
So I know it's not your decision, but I would say just for your sister to kind of leave it alone. I don't care to know the guy who was Asian that got my mom pregnant, and I'm exaggerating a little. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know anything about him. He wasn't my dad.
Yeah.
My dad was my dad.
Right. The guy who raised you was your dad.
And I'm so proud of her that she's come to those revelations. She's, she'll call me, because I keep saying, if you need me, I'll come down, because she's about an hour south of me. And, I'm like, I'll talk this out with you. And she's like, no, I just want to be alone and process this, which I completely understand. And I'm not trying to persuade her anyway. I just want to be supportive. But I do worry that, my parents, they're 65 and they both are on heart beds. Let's be honest. I worry that what if she told them and they both dropped dead right there, or.
Well, what if they didn't have a lot of life left and they spent the last few years of their life kind of agonizing over that? So, okay, you and I could talk, but I want to find out what people think. So let's read some text messages and get some phone calls. Let's start off with phone calls. If you got a minute, Danielle? Danielle, hello. I didn't just lose her. Are you still there?
Oh, that's Bethany.
Bethany.
You're on Bethany.
Oh, Bethany. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's Danielle? Oh, that was the reunited War of the Roses.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Okay, Bethany, sit tight. Here we go. We got some phone calls, Bethany. Here we go. Let's go to Gabby. Gabby, we've been really windy today, and it's mostly my fault. So if you can keep it kind of short, what would you tell Bethany that she should do?
I did reach out to my father. I found out at 26 years old, and before I did the DNA test, I reached out to the man that raised me and told him about it. He did have speculation, so they both know now. And then I reached out to my biological father and was unable to meet him. But sibling-wise and father-wise, the connection still stayed the same. My father's still my father who raised me. He's a genuine man. And all my siblings, we still have a very strong connection. So it didn't change that wise. But deep down, I did really want to know who my biological family is. And I have half siblings that live in the same town as me and don't know just yet even about me. And so I'm working on that and working on writing letters to them to just let them know I'm here. And if they want any kind of relationship, either way, I'm fine. But it definitely was a whirlwind, and it took a lot of therapy.
I'll bet. See, I wouldn't want to know any of my half siblings, step siblings, whatever. They don't exist to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they
Yeah,
are.
but that's
there.
not
But
how
they
everyone
could.
feels.
No, you're right, but that's just me for sure.
Yeah.
Jordan, what would you suggest to Bethany?
So this happened to me and my brothers, and how it all went down is my dad basically got upset with my mom and spilled the beans. They've been divorced for years and years. And what my brothers and I did is we actually went and spoke to my mom about it and just brought the situation up. And at the end of everything, emotions were high, things were crazy. The biggest part throughout the whole experience was to make sure that the person who was affected, in this case, my little brother, knew that no matter what happened, it didn't change the way anybody thought of him. And to look at the weird silver lining in the whole thing, that although my dad wasn't his biological dad, he still did every single thing he did for my older brother and I for my little brother, making him feel that sense of inclusion.
That was my experience too, because I got probably treated a little bit better because I was the baby. I probably got treated better than some of the siblings. So yeah, that was my experience too. Thank you, Jordan. So what do we want to wrap up with? What should she do? Should she be supportive of whatever your sister wants to do?
I think a lot of the text messages that we're getting is to say, if you want to mention mention it to anybody, you have to mention it to mom first.
Yeah.
Because if it's eating
that's
up
the plan.
Yeah, if it's eating up your sister, it might be eating up your parents or at least the mom. So like talk to mom alone before anyone else. And some people do make some really good points about like medical reasons that you would want to know who your dad is in case there is some kind of condition that runs in his side of the family.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, my sister actually made that comment as well because she's got an autoimmune disease that she's been dealing with for about 20 years. So, yes, it's just, my biggest concern was, if she does go forward with it, that she meets with mom alone and, they both have a mental breakdown. But, because my dad, while my mom, can give answers, my dad might not be able to.
Right. And that's the thing is nobody knows for sure. You know what?
And we do want to protect my dad here because he did do the right thing. I mean, he's a wonderful dad and he treated us all the same with love and he's a wonderful man. So I would hate for this to, destroy our family.
I don't think it would.
I don't think it would. I'm glad you called in. I think that there's so many different options and none of them is perfect and none of them is wrong. So, you know what? I'd say be supportive of your sister because it is something you're secondary dealing with it, but she's the one who's really dealing with it. Hey, I hope we helped you, Bethany. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for letting us put you on the radio. Yeah, she wrote in, and like I said, I wasn't sure she'd want to be on the radio, but she did. I've got a group therapy. We'd love to help you out. Somebody listening has been through the exact same thing. Send that in to Ryan Show at KDWB.com. Never more than 30 minutes away from another keyword. That keyword's going to get you that trip of the year to Sabrina Carpenter in Los Angeles, airfare, hotel, tickets for the show, and we will do that coming up within another 15 minutes on KDWB. It is your friend Vaunt with Stirring the Pot, but are we doing our twist today?
Yeah, Vaunt ain't stirring nothing. I pass the baton or the ladle or the whisk over to you, David. You're going to stir the pot today.
I get to stir the pot today?
Every day this week, you guys are going to take the whisk and stir the pot.
Teachers should be able to spank kids, all right?
What?
I said it. This is little kids, they need it. Let me tell you something. Teachers should be able to spank kids. Because a lot of the time, the kids are little a-holes at school, and the teachers are like, "Argh." So what does the teacher do? She calls little Jimmy's mom and says, little Jimmy brought firecrackers into school, and he was throwing them at me during class.
Good bit.
My little Jimmy would never do that. He's a little angel. So the parents, then they get mad because now the teacher is like, being accused of harassing little Jimmy. This happened in my family. Mm-hmm. There's one person in my family he can be a little brat at school. He claims that the teacher will just look at him and send him to the office for no reason whatsoever.
That's never the case.
And I'm like, that is never the case. But I think sometimes the mom believes, that teacher's got a thing out for him. So she'll look at him and say, for no reason whatsoever, go to the office. I say teachers should be able to say, okay, I got a paddle up here. You see this paddle? Mm-hmm. It's like a pickleball paddle. They should be able to spank kids and get them kids in line so they're paying attention, not worried about whether they're like, I don't know, this or that. You turn them over your knee and give them a good paddling.
Okay, so they'll listen because they're fearful. That's
100%. 100%.
Great.
Yes, that is exactly right. Yes.
What a wonderful way.
Well, you don't have to paddle every kid. If the kid is, you use one kid, Jimmy as an example. You paddle Jimmy and say, anybody else want this? They'll be like, no, Miss Johnson.
You set an
and they're all
example
going to fall in line. You set an example as a kid, yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I just don't think spanking really works these days anymore. My nephew gets spankings all the time. He's numb to it now.
Needs another one.
My sister doesn't even try to spank him anymore.
Paddle.
She's like, whatever.
See, but I think that's different. It's your parent. So you expect your parent to discipline you. Your teacher, you're not expecting that. So if Miss Rogers gives you a little, you'll probably start acting right.
Teach how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What?
We didn't even have spankings when I was growing up. Did you, Bailey?
No.
I did.
Not in school.
Of course you did.
I did.
You're
I remember
ancient.
there was a refrigerator box in our classroom in first grade because my job was to be a little a-hole. So I figured out if I climbed up on top of a chair and then somebody stood on their shoulders or something, I could get into the top of the refrigerator box. Now, the teacher wasn't looking when I did it, but when I fell down 10 feet into the refrigerator box, she heard the big thump.
10 feet?
Oh, however tall a refrigerator
is. What in the
is.
podunk school are you going to? There's a refrigerator box in the classroom.
Good point, Bailey.
What the heck?
We were hayseed, so anyway, she hears a big thump. Miss Palumba comes over. She's pissed. I knew better than to get in the refrigerator, and she poured me out of the box like a kid being poured out of a box of cereal, and she spanked me, and I deserved it.
I love how many people are texting agreeing that teachers
Damn
should
right.
spank kids.
Teachers should, number one, they should wear body cams. Number two, they should be able to spank kids.
Earlier, people were pressed texting in that teachers should dress more appropriately, but they should spank kids. Where's the line?
It makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Spank them brats. Spank them brats. You're
I
so
just don't agree.
politically correct.
I just don't think violence solves.
It's not violence. It's called discipline.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think they should spank all the time, but I do think set one good example. I bet you that kid won't act up.
I don't have fond memories of my grandpa because all he ever did was threaten to spank us. I honestly I just don't think that's a good way.
There's a difference between having the eternal threat of unnecessary. But if the kid knows you got a wooden spoon hanging on the wall behind you next to the globe, and you're going to paddle their ass if they act up, that kid's going to be a good kid. Get in line for lunch.
Awkward.
Yes, Miss Johnson.
I think that's a weird expectation to put on teachers, though, because if I was a teacher and my principal was like, okay, when Tim decides to act up, you're going to spank him. I'll be like, that's weird, because even touching a kid now
but it's only weird because it's not normal right now. If we made it normal, teachers would definitely take advantage.
Yeah, but just touching kids in general, as a teacher, is not allowed anymore. So then can you imagine you go from that to you got to spank the kid?
Part of the problem.
I've always said it takes one good ace whooping to set somebody straight. That not even just teachers.
Once again,
even if you get
my
beat on the
nephew
bus.
is still a little S, and he gets lots of ace whoopings.
But does he get them from what does he get in fights at school?
No, he's an angel at school. But at home, he does whatever he wants.
Go ahead, Vaughn.
I even think that at school, you can tell which kids get in fights and which kids get ace whoopings at home too, because some of them are spoiled brats if they don't.
Yeah. The mouth off the teacher. A lot of teachers listen to the show. Here's a text that says, as a teacher, I love the idea. As someone who's very against spanking, absolutely not. But another one, Juanita says, give them kids an ass whooping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yep. Each teacher should get one spanking they can give out per year, just like everybody at work should get one punch that they can give somebody per year. And I work in HR.
Okay, I don't disagree with that.
What?
I actually think I'm all for that.
Give me your face, Dave.
Yeah,
give me your face.
Who would I punch? Oh, we all know who I'd punch.
Dave, give me your face.
Oh, Dave? Oh, you're looking at me.
You wind it up.
No, it's definitely Dave, because let me tell you something.
What?
Did I not predict when we were show planning yesterday that I would get a text from Dave asking him to remind him who he was in charge of for a political ad bit we're doing later? I said, and I actually...
God forbid I cover my bases.
I actually said to you, I said, Dave, were you listening? Yeah, okay. Who are you doing your political ad with?
I wanted to
Bailey.
make sure.
And then at 6:30 p.m., Jenny, who am I doing my political ad with?
That's exactly what happened.
So, yeah, I want to punch Dave.
You want to borrow my spatula to spank him?
You look at my face. It's a very punchable face.
It is.
I got one of those faces that just says, you know what? I need good punching.
Yeah. Your face would accept my knuckles into it, honestly.
It's tempting,
it is
isn't
tempting.
it?
Let me wind it up.
Okay. Anyway, so there it is. You wanted to stir the pot. There it is. The pot is stirred.
Punch him, Bailey. Punch him, Bailey.
Great. Now Bailey and I have to go next.
Yes. So every day this week, y'all are responsible for stirring the pot.
Okay.
Bailey, you go next tomorrow?
Bailey can go next.
Okay.
Save me for Thursday.
Sounds good.
All right. Dave stirs the pot.
I love it. All right. It is 101.3 KDWB, and we are about to do, because it is election day, there's a mayoral election in Minneapolis. Out in different areas, there's different things that you're voting on. Ours in Chan is I think a school levy where they're going to give more money to more kids. Something like that. And so we're doing a political ad here. I am running against Bailey J. Hess.
Oh.
Yep. And I have my political ad right now. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Bailey J. Hess is not qualified. Not only is she unqualified, she's downright dangerous. Sure, Bailey J. Hess claims she's compassionate, but she plans to kick you out of your house and turn it into a giant cat sanctuary. She chose her cat cap as her running mate and wants cats to roam free, to claw up your furniture and make puking noises while you're trying to sleep. Bailey plans to shutter every hospital, turning them into theaters for bad productions of Little Shop of Horrors and Fiddler on the Roof, claiming that sick people don't need doctors, they need an amateurish version of South Pacific. Bailey J. Hess, A woman with no middle name, just an initial. Can you trust anyone with an initial for a middle name? Bailey hasn't felt the touch of a man since the Jesse James days, guy, and spends her evening romancing a mannequin she stole from Macy's. Bailey J. Hess. Good news for cats in bad theater. Bad news for Minnesota.
Wow. That sounds like a great platform I'm running. Honestly,
I
cats in theater.
And
Wow.
Cap is your
He's my
running
running
mate.
mate. Put him in a little suit. That'd be so cute.
I love that.
All right.
Let's have Vaughn go next.
Vaughn is going next. Who did he run against?
Jenny.
Vaughn's running against
go.
Jenny? Okay, here we go.
If you're looking for a dignified, friendly, independent, and reliable individual to take office, look anywhere else except at Jenny Lutenberger. To be honest, you probably can't even look at her because she's dropping a bomb in the bathroom right now. Her skills, air quotes around skills, include guessing the weather while admitting she's not sure and just hopes, stealing unicycles from little kids, and offering them double shots of Fireball whenever they cry about it after. We want a leader in office who's not afraid to face the real issues. How can we trust Jenny to do that when she avoids watching horror movies rated PG-13? Sure,
scary.
Jenny has... What?
I said they're scary.
Jenny has great organizational skills, sure, but how will that help when people are suffering from the government shutdown and all she's organizing is her next cross-country van trip? Do not vote for Jenny Lutenberger this election season. I'm Vontavious Carl Leak, and I approve this message.
Nice.
That was good.
Yeah, I forgot the tagline. I approve this message.
That makes
All
it
right.
official.
Who's going next?
I can go next.
Sure.
You running against Vaughn?
No, I actually have you, Dave.
Oh,
I have
no.
you. Yeah. You ready?
Oh, no.
Here we go.
All right.
The media has painted Dave Ryan to be wise, a go-getter, experienced, but we're here to set the record straight. A wise ass? Sure. A go-getter to the kitchen for another snack. Experience? Well, we've all heard Dave's wheel of girlfriends. Sure, he's experienced.
Yeah.
Dave Ryan has made promises to make Benihana great again, but take a step back and think. Hasn't it always been great? He's trying to brainwash you into thinking one of the best chain restaurants to exist ever had a downfall. And where do you think your tax-paying money will go if Dave Ryan is the new mayor? To public schools, the park systems, healthcare?
Nope.
According to the leaked emails we found, it's all going towards his magic tricks collection. Crooked Davey Ryan is not fit to be a leader. Unless you're looking for someone who brags about his 27-inch biceps but still looks like the Grinch. We need someone to take charge, and that is not Dave Ryan. This ad is brought to you by the Jenny in the Mornings Youth Foundation. Thank you.
Very nice. Okay. All right, Bailey, who you running against?
I'm running against Vaughn Lee.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Your political ad.
This election season, do you want your city to thrive? Then you need someone local, not an out-of-towner from New Jersey.
Gross.
New Jersey is said to have the highest percentage of mouth breathers in the nation, the worst drivers, and filled with goobers with big dreams that are unearned. And a home to one, Vontavious Carl Leak, the biggest goober, the worst driver, and mouth breather extraordinaire. If you want a mayor who interrupts you to say something asinine, Vont is your person. If you want to get a word in, look elsewhere. Hold on to your butts, because this man's head is about to take you away like a hot air balloon. Stay 10 tones down. Don't rank Vaughn Leak for mayor. In fact, let's put him into a new ranking system. Top 5 pain in my asses. All 5 spots, Vaughn Leak.
Wow.
I'm Bailey J. Hess, real middle name, and I approve this message.
Wow.
Went in on him.
Yeah.
Went in.
Went in.
I feel like I would vote for none of us.
No,
I would
I
vote for
wouldn't
me because cats is
Yeah, actually, you know what?
theater.
You actually kind of persuaded me to like Bailey more in yours.
Because he wants to run with the cat for a running
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah.
She sounds like she'd be a fun.
I support the
mayor,
little
whatever
guys.
You know what? It's funny because certain people just should not vote.
Yeah.
There's my stirs the pot. Certain people should not be allowed to vote.
Don't disagree with that.
Yeah. Especially when
really
they're
don't.
voting for a cat. He's cute.
He is cute. He's got a little half of a
tie.
tail and a little tie. He's so sweet.
Do we have, I think we have an update. If you remember, was it around this time yesterday?
Yeah, we read an email.
So we had an email. This was the Grand Forks hookup email, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically, let me give you a little, I don't know, to summarize. So she wrote in and she said that she had an adventure over the weekend. Friday, she had met a guy a month ago. And then she said, well, I'm going to drive to Grand Forks to meet this guy. He lives up in Grand Forks. And it's like, okay, let's meet. We've gotten along on the phone and texting. So she's like, okay, well, we can ride horses because he's got horses, lives out in the country. So she drives to Grand Forks. They go on a horseback ride. Everything's great. And then they come back in the house and they instantly ran out of things to talk about. So they sat there staring at the wall at each other going, She said, well, is there a bar around? He's like, yeah, there's a bar in town. So they go to the bar in town. Within minutes of showing up, his friend comes over and they start chatting. She hits it off with the friend. Long story short, they left together. They spent the weekend together and they hooked up 8 times from Friday afternoon to when she came home on Sunday afternoon. 8 times in one weekend. She'd never met this guy. That was not the guy that she had gone there to meet.
Jeez.
So we've got her. Is that her on the phone?
It is, but let's do the Sabrina Carpenter keyword.
Oh, you're going to make me wait.
I know. I'm
All right.
sorry.
Okay. Sabrina Carpenter keyword, and then we will catch up to find out a little bit more of what's going on.
Hey, let's take a trip. Your chance to win a trip to Los Angeles to see Sabrina Carpenter at one of her sold-out shows happens now on KDWB. Talk back the keyword tears. That's tears on our iHeartRadio app.
Okay, that is the keyword. Tears. Open up the iHeartRadio app and use. Hold on.
Ooh. Oh gosh.
Use that inhaler.
Breather.
That's what you use, that inhaler.
Furball.
Breather.
And so, where was I? Use that talkback feature. Talk about the keyword tears, and you're eligible. She's on the phone right now, and I think we gave her a fake name. We're going to call her Alicia. Hello, Alicia. Not your real name. How are you feeling? You were a little tired yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were. 8 times. 8 times.
Oh,
8 times.
I was a little bit tired.
48 hours, 8 times. We all marveled at that yesterday.
How are your legs?
That sounds exhausting. 8 times.
It was great.
Well, yeah.
Should we get right into it and ask her how that happened? Alicia, can you explain 8 times over like 48 hours? Like, how does that work?
Yeah. Well, sure. I'll walk you through. The hormones were flying. So Friday night was when I met guy number 2.
Yep.
We hooked up right when we got back to his place.
Makes sense.
We fell asleep. And then we woke up at about 3 a.m., hooked up again, of course.
Sometimes, okay, too.
And then he got up and he was making some coffee and whatever. And he kind of put the mug on the coffee table. And then I pulled him in. We went again. And then that was around 3.
I love that she remembers the details.
She was like, well, I
the coffee
too.
mug.
Oh my God.
Who would remember the coffee mug? It's like, okay, so all right.
Like a TV scene.
You guys are, you're there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I'm there.
Yeah, I know that. And then, so round 3 kind of turned into round 4.
Okay.
If I'm remembering that correctly. Then we came up for air in the afternoon. We grabbed lunch, but then we spent the rest of the day back at his place. So there was some afternoon loving and an evening pound sesh.
What?
So,
Pound sash?
Did
Pound
you say pound sesh?
Pound sash.
Pound
You know
sesh.
what?
we got a little rapid that time.
I love the description.
Girl,
okay.
get it.
So what are we up to, number 6
And
now?
then we woke up. We woke up in the morning. There was another time there, so that's around 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was getting ready to go. I was kind of getting my car packed up. We said goodbye, and then we just squeezed in one more.
One for the road.
Jeez, boys.
One more for the road.
Something to think about on your drive back from Grand Forks, huh?
Yeah.
8 times. That
8 times.
it's amazing. And some people text in, it's like, yeah, my girlfriend and I, the first night we met, were 8 times. I'm like, no, you did not.
No, you did not.
Nobody's
That's
capable.
exhausting.
Nobody's
No, you did
capable
not.
of that. You'd just be so dehydrated.
Disgusting.
So what's going on with this guy? You in love with him? I mean, 8 times. Whew.
I mean, I don't think it's really going to work. Am I glad that happened? Sure. It kind of felt like a spa weekend.
Jesus. Lord.
But it's like, do I want to go to the spa all the time? No, because it loses, you lose the fun of it.
The
So-
pizzazz.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yes, you want to look forward to it. So it was nice for the weekend.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at.
But no long term, settle into once a week or every couple of, that wouldn't work. Why would it not
No,
work?
Yeah, well, he's really, sounds random, but he's really big into hunting. And he just had like so many like dead animals like on the wall, like deer and elk and everything. And I'm not into that. I don't like dead animals. So he's like clearly very like, it's giving North Dakota man. And he had like a gator parked in front of his house. And I don't know. I like to wake up and like on like weekends, like go to a cute coffee shop, grab a latte. And it was just like the vibe between us was very different.
I get that. Yeah. I picture a
happens.
guy driving a gator that he keeps out in front of his house to take out to the fields to go deer hunting or get some antelope or whatever.
Is that like a Jeep? A gator?
It's a gator. It's like a four-wheeler.
Like
it looks like a
thing.
golf cart.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and deer heads and elk heads all over the house, just not your thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just wasn't, it was fun for the
I can't figure out why you're single because you said you hadn't had like a date in a long time. You're delightful. You're funny. I can't figure out why you're single.
Well,
and obviously you're a lot of fun in a bedroom. Wow. All right. Alicia, it was fun to have you on. Thank you. And
thank you.
What's your phone number so people can call you? All right. Thank you, Alicia. All right. What are we doing now? How do we top that? What's going on next?
Well,
I
someone's
have no
texted
idea.
in about my mom, and they said to clarify, we're not talking to Jenny's mom right now, are we? No, that was not my mother having an 8-time pound sesh.
When is your mom going to be on the show again?
She didn't have a date this past weekend.
Now, that's weird.
No, he had to work one of the days, and another day he had something going on. So she was a little bummed about it, but that is kind of the update right now. And then I don't know if she has a set plan yet with him again, but I assume probably this weekend if they do.
Wow.
What did she text me? She was sad though that they didn't get to.
She was so enthused about this guy.
Yeah. Well, that's her like social life at this point too. She's going to date every single weekend with this guy.
She really has,
Yeah.
All right, we'll catch up as soon as we can. It is Talkback Tuesday. We use the Talkback feature all the time. We want to hear your Talkback to finish this question. I wish I could what? So you'd be like, hi, this is Bailey. I'm from St. Louis Park. I wish I could star in a Broadway production.
Oh, I wish I could sing, period.
Okay, or sing. I'm Dave. I'm from Chanhassen. I wish I could play the piano.
Ooh.
I've always admired, like, Len, who does the courtyard here at work every day. Len sits down, and I can tell he's mostly improvising. He just plays anything.
Mm-hmm.
I got a friend, Vicky. Her mom, Arlene, plays beautiful piano. She's like 75 years old. She plays beautiful piano. I wish I could play the piano. My name's Dave. I'm from Chanhassen. I wish I could play piano. Use the Talkback feature and let us know what you wish. I wish I could. And we'll play them when we come back.
This is your final week.
Keyword. The keyword is the secret password is. The keyword is. Our keyword is.
To win your trip to sunny LA to see Sabrina Carpenter at one of her sold-out shows.
What's up? This is Sabrina Carpenter.
Come on, let's do it. Put your hands up.
Listen every hour starting at 7:05 with the Dave Ryan Show, and you're never more than 30 minutes away from your shot at winning.
101.3 KDWB.
Even warmer out today than it was yesterday. It'll be partly sunny, a high of 60. Tomorrow, sunny, a high of 54.
Fresh Time Market, where quality meets savings every day. From delicious meat and seafood to fresh produce and well-being essentials. You'll get big flavor without the big price tag. Fresh Time Market. Healthy living for less.
Hey, it's Jenny. Minnesota is home to many recycling facilities that collect, sort, process, and manufacture items made from the bottles, boxes, and other containers you put in your recycling cart every day. When you put the right items in your recycling cart, they become new products locally and regionally. For example, plastic drink bottles and produce containers are made into new plastic bottles in Wisconsin and Ohio. Local efforts to recycle and reduce waste, save energy, protect resources, and support about 78,000 jobs in the state. You can be proud that recycling works in Minnesota. Learn more at recyclingexists.com.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppable, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Hey, it's no secret we all love to look our best. I got a little help from Ideal Image. Now, I'm going to play a little game, Jenny.
I love games.
I will name a service that they do at Ideal Image, and you will tell us what that service is. You ready to play?
Yeah, let's go.
Med Spa Services at Ideal Image.
Okay, well, that's where they offer a wide range of aesthetic treatments, which includes skin rejuvenation, Botox, and fillers.
Let's try this one. Seems self-explanatory, but laser hair removal, which my daughter Allison had on her underarms at Ideal Image.
That's where they help you get rid of all that unwanted hair so you don't have to shave or wax or anything. And it's very fast, effective, and a way to get smoother, stubble-free skin.
Last one, here we go. Cool sculpting. My wife had it on her thighs and on her hips at Ideal Image.
That's going to freeze away that stubborn fat, and there's no needles or downtime with that.
Book your free consultation today and check out their pre-Black Friday specials. All the deals at idealimage.com or text IDEAL to 38089. That's IDEAL to 38089 to book your consultation today.
Tell them Dave and Jenny sent you.
Morgan Wallen Live. No way was I Still the Problem Tour 2026. 'Cause I got better sense, you got 2 nights at US Bank Stadium. Friday, April 10th with Thomas Rhett. After all the bars are closed. And Saturday, April 11th with Hardy. My favorite country song. Plus Gavin Adcock and Vincent Mason. Morgan Wallen. Register now for pre-sale access at morganwallen.com.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppable, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Is your money just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money's always doing something. Like auto-saving for special events, tracking your teen spending, and helping protect your parents from fraud. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Listen live to KDWB on the free iHeartRadio app. Brought to you by
Top Dog Law. Call them for any accident, big or small. Go to topdoglaw.com. That's topdoglaw.com.
California Closets just custom designed Chloe's home office / guest room. Now she has a spacious desk with built-in charging for devices. Sleek wood cabinets conceal a queen-size Murphy bed for guests, and drawers deep enough to hide clean sheets and a printer. Now her spare room is perfect for workdays and weekend visits. California Closets makes space for what belongs. We did it for Chloe, and we can do it for you. Schedule your free design consultation now at 800-CAL-CLOSETS or californiaclosets.com.
Let's escape the everyday hustle and bustle with a taste of the outdoors thanks to Decorators. Peaceful, isn't it? When you build with Decorators, outdoor moments like these don't have to end. Our industry-leading durability means you can enjoy your deck any time of year. With Decorators, it's always deck season. Visit decorators.com to learn more. That's Decorators with a K.
103.5 KISS FM's Jingle Ball in Chicago is sponsored by Postman Law. Postman delivers.
Ever wanted to wear outfits with the same rock star vibe as Jingle Ball? Now you can. JCPenney and iHeartRadio have teamed up to launch their first ever iHeartRadio Jingle Ball JCPenney collection. From glittery denim jackets to sequin dresses, this collection has you covered for every holiday party. Shop the iHeartRadio Jingle Ball JCPenney collection and discover more exclusive ways to tap into the magic of Jingle Ball and the holiday season. Go to jcp.com. Yes, JCPenney.
From the 612 Injured, High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have delays on 94 westbound from White Bear to 35E. Eastbound 94 slow from Brockton Lane to Maple Grove Parkway. There's a crash eastbound at County Road 81 on the left shoulder. Delays eastbound from Olson Memorial to Hennepin Lyndale. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Rasmussen University is where passion meets education, offering over 60 career-focused programs ranging from nursing and early childhood education to business and IT. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up, there's a path here built for your goals. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
on an all-new episode of iHeartRadio's Las Culturistas podcast. Demi Lovato doesn't hold back.
I kiss for fun. It's fun to kiss.
It is, though.
And guess what? It is not that deep.
She gets real.
Do you want to be public with what you're going through, or do you want to sweep it under the rug and not talk about it?
And dishes on her latest album.
Just because it's fall doesn't mean we're not going out.
No. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Las Culturistas, and listen to the full podcast now.
You could do more than listen on KDWB. You can watch The Dave Ryan Show. Just go to YouTube and search Dave Ryan TV.
All right, you can watch us on Dave Ryan TV right now, DRTV on YouTube. We are doing a little Talkback Tuesday. It's kind of fun. We basically use the Talkback feature, and we say, what do you... This is the question today. I wish I could what? I wish I could...
Tap dance.
Tap dance would be a good one.
Yeah.
Do you truly wish you could tap dance?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be great.
I wish I
What
could fly. That'd be
well,
really cool.
That's not something that's actually
You're
attainable.
right. It's right. Okay, let's play some of these Talkback Tuesday.
My name is Patricia. I'm from Apple Valley, and I wish I could knit and read all day long without adult responsibilities.
I love that. Knit and what'd she say? Read?
Read,
Knit
yeah.
and read. I love that.
I wish I could win the lottery so I know what it feels like to live without worrying about anything.
Okay.
I'd be worried. I'd get robbed.
Right? I wish I could.
My name is Liv. I'm from Laconia, and I wish I could ride horses more.
I like that
Aw,
one.
cute.
I like that one. Okay, here's one.
Hi, I'm Zach, 24 from Hampton, Minnesota. I wish I could find true old school love in my young age in this young generation of dating.
It's hard. It really is hard. Okay, next one.
I wish that I could sing without sounding like a wounded animal.
Same girl.
Yeah. The thing is, you sound fine to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you sound good in the shower. All right. I wish I could.
I'm Sam from Hudson, Wisconsin, and I wish I were a gymnast.
A gymnast. Now that's
That's nice.
interesting.
That's fun.
Okay.
Hello, this is Chris from Farmington, Minnesota, and I wish I could afford to eat out every day and never cook again, especially margarita and chips and salsa once a week.
Yeah.
And maybe a chimichanga.
I love it. I wish on the Talkback feature.
My name's Mason from Lakeville, and I don't wish I could do anything because wish is a small-minded word. Don't wish, do.
Save that for Monday motivation.
I like that one.
I wish I could
do.
I wish I could own a food truck. It'd just be cool. Travel around, like do the camper van thing, but with the food truck, make some money.
Sleep in it.
Well, you can do it. You can own a food truck.
Yeah.
Well, iHeart has to stop paying me packing peanuts first.
Someday, Vaughn. Someday.
Someday.
Jenny, what do you wish you could do?
I wish I could run without having knee problems. Like, I would love to be a marathon person, but I can't. I know that if I did it, I'd have to get a knee replacement in like 2 years. Seriously.
Yeah, because you know what? Some people can run until like they're 60s or 70s, and other people, like I've noticed, like when I do squats in the gym, when I'm over at Snap, if they don't have the music up loud enough, I can hear my knees go and going up and down
Does
the stairs.
it hurt?
It doesn't feel good,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say it hurts. No.
Yeah, that's not fun.
All right, what do you wish you could do? Send us a talk back. It is 101.5. I wish I could go see Sabrina Carpenter in Los Angeles. What did he say? Don't wish, do.
Yeah.
Stay here for the keyword. You don't have to sit here and wish. Stay here and do. The next keyword coming up in 12 minutes on KDWB. KDWB is the station you're listening to. So a teacher's got the world abuzz because she wore faux leather tight, skin tight pants to school. And people are saying, well, wait a second, you're at school. Maybe you shouldn't wear skin tight faux leather pants. And other people are like, look, they're little kids. All they think is there's an old lady in leather pants. I don't know if I agree with that because being an eighth grade horny hormone little kid and looking at Mrs. Trent with my buddies and going, Mrs. Trent is pretty. And we didn't know what hot meant. We didn't know what sexual was. She's real pretty. Anyway, we're going to talk about that coming up in a second. We talked about it earlier and got some people very passionate about one way or another. Should teachers have a dress code? And we'll do it next. And we'll tell you where to find the picture of this teacher.
Pay your bills. When you win $1,000. And you could also score a VIP trip to our iHeartRadio Jingle Ball, presented by Capital One in New York City, coming to ABC.
Starring
Ed Sheeran,
Alex Warren,
Leve,
Conan Gray,
Zara Larson,
Nelly,
Renee Rapp,
Miles Smith,
Jesse Murph,
Big X the Plug,
Graven Lene,
Mazda X,
and a special sing-along moment for K-pop Demon Hunters.
Hey, thrifters, become a Goodwill VIP and earn exclusive rewards plus dollars off future purchases. Join at GoodwillVIP.com or text Join Goodwill MN to 757-575. Goodwill VIP, because if you know, you know. Message and data rates may apply.
Take advantage of this warmer November day because it's going to dip down quite a bit this weekend. Today, partly sunny, a high of 60. Tomorrow, sunny, a high of 54.
This report is sponsored by Macy's. It's Macy's Friends and Family with an extra 30% off brands that almost never go on sale. Plus, get 15% off beauty and fragrance too. Don't miss Friends and Family. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply. Ends tonight at Macy's.
Kids are good at so many things. They're good at being cute. They're adorable. They're also good at finding dirt and mud puddles and then tracking it into the house. And you'll say, hey, did you take your shoes off when you came in the house? They'll be like, nah, I forgot. And then you got a track that goes from the front door, the back door, over to the stairs. And where does that track go? It goes across your carpet. Now, if you got that problem, and heck, it could be your partner or even you that leaves the dirt, you can zero res those tracks away with a call to Zero Res, 952-ZERO-RES. Ask for that KDWB special. And right now, you can get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $139 and take $50 off your air duct cleaning as well. 952-ZERO-RES. Don't DIY it. They got a 4.9 rating on Google with over 21,000 reviews. Or you can do it online, ZeroResMinnesota.com. Ask for that KDWB special from Zero Res. Spell it backward or forward. It spells the same.
The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Crafted with our signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. The PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
Every Nissan Frontier is battle-tested. Its frame is twisted. Its door slammed 13,920 times. And its bed drop-tested over and over. We do all that to the V6-powered Frontier, so you never have to hold back. Nissan, ranked #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
What should you eat for lunch today? Smash burgers, salads, and 16 different wing flavors can be found today at Elm Creek Brewing. Open every day at 11 a.m. Elm Creek Brewing and King of the Wing is serving up lunch daily, as well as good vibes and the best beer in town. Elm Creek Brewing in Chaplin is your home for 24 tap beers. Ask for it today. Elm Creek Brewing.
Bank of America is the nation's leading business lender, and we're ready to help with your next goal here in the Twin Cities. That's why we have over 3,700 local business specialists across the country. Because with the right team, your business and community prosper. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Listen live to KDWB on the free iHeartRadio app. Brought to you by
Top Dog Law. Call them for any accident, big or small. Go to topdoglaw.com. That's topdoglaw.com.
Now on Audible.
Is this real, or has this been happening inside my head?
Of course it is happening inside your head, Harry. Why on earth should that mean that it is not real?
Are you really Harry Potter?
Our new celebrity.
Harry, you're a great wizard, you know.
Harry Potter, the boy who lived.
Harry Potter, like you've never heard it before. The full cast audio editions. Listen on Audible.
In 1969, Taco John's combined Western traditions with Mexican flavors and created West Mex. More than 50 years later, it still tastes like a good idea. Get crispy tacos for just $1.39 every Taco Tuesday, only at Taco John's.
Can one of you check this offer? Is this right? It is? Wow. If you've been waiting for the ultimate time to visit Sono Bello, it's now. Sono Bello is gifting KDWB listeners 50% off your first area. That's half the price. This really is your moment to make the change. It's the half the price, all the perfection event. This is the biggest offer I've seen Sono Bello do. Seriously, KDWB listeners save 50% on that one area that's been driving you crazy. The tummy that won't tighten, the muffin top that won't stop, and those bulges that just won't, budge. Sono Bello understands how frustrating those problem areas can be, no matter how hard you work. But that just changed. Their world-class doctors use micro-laser technology to remove your stubborn fat. Gone for good, just in time for the holidays. Look amazing now, save half, and pay later. See website for complete details. But with 50% off your first area, appointments will go fast. Schedule your free consultation now. Visit sonobello.com/radio. That's sonobello.com/radio.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Charlie's battery is struggling to start. Not ideal before the tailgate, so he goes to AutoZone,
Welcome to AutoZone.
where a friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. Looks like he needs a new one, so he gets a Duralast battery.
Have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
One call, that's all. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your house at chrislindahl.com.
From the 612 Injured, High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have delays on 35W northbound from the Burnsville split to Cliff, northbound from 46th Street up to 94. Southbound slow from Highway 280 to Hennepin. 35E slow northbound 494 to Shepherd. Southbound from Little Canada to 94. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, getting started has never been easier. Thanks to multiple start dates, a generous transfer credit policy, and no SAT or ACT requirements. You bring the ambition, we'll help you build the future. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
101.3 KDWB.
You can't make this stuff
I got a good birthday shout out to Abby. She listens to KDWB. What does it say? She KDWB.
I think it's KDBW.
Do you smell toast, Dave? I smell toast.
KDWB every day, and it's either from mom or dad. So shout out, little Abby, happy birthday! Share a birthday with Matthew McConaughey. All right.
She
56
probably doesn't know
years
who
old.
that is.
No, I'm sure she does not. Ralph Macchio, Karate Kid, is 64. Jeff Probst, your buddy from Survivor, is 64,
Love
and
him.
it is
He's
election.
64?
What?
He looks every bit of 64. Don't play.
Does, but I
He
still...
looks good for 64.
He does.
Yeah, that's the
Oh.
thing. He looks 64, but
God,
he looks
I would
good.
get it with him.
Yeah, most of us look our age, but we look good. So somebody be like, man, you know what? I'm 47, but people think that I'm 34. No, they don't. They tell you that because they want to make you happy.
Yeah, no.
But you just look good for 47.
Right. You look your age, though.
Should I reevaluate myself for thinking like I would get it with Jeff Probst?
No.
Okay, but like I think it's weird when like girls our age come up and they're like, Dave is the best, and they like want to get it with Dave, and I was like, oh, but he could be your dad. And now I'm saying that about Jeff Probst.
Nobody's ever said that about me, Jenny.
No, people want you.
You don't even
People
know.
want you.
Should we start taking names when they say something to us?
Well, yeah. Who wants me? Let me know.
Well, let me hold on.
His name is Dennis.
Dennis?
And another guy named
He sounds
Carl.
cute. Yeah. He sounds cute. Also, happy birthday to Isabella on her 11th birthday. Break the news to Isabella. And I'm not making this up. We are skipping school and mom is skipping work to go have a fun 11th birthday.
What a cool mom.
I hope you got that on video, Mom. That is really cool. Get a picture of Isabella smiling right now. That is so cool. I love that. All right, so we brought this up earlier. It is a very interesting story. There's a woman named Denise. She's a teacher, and she's gone viral on TikTok because she is wearing tight faux leather pants to school, and she is a very beautiful person, and she looks great. And then some people are going, yeah, she looks great, but it's like, that's club wear. You shouldn't be wearing that to school. I'm old-fashioned. I don't think that it's appropriate for school, but I am definitely outnumbered on this one, so I will shut my pie hole and let other people talk about it.
Have you still even looked at it,
I just did.
Oh, okay. You think that that's, like, inappropriate? I feel like it's just
For school,
stylish pants.
I think, to me, leather pants are sexy.
I don't think it's...
That's just like, if I wore in leather pants, you'd be like, well, Dave's trying to look sexy.
No.
You look like an idiot,
I'd just
but
be
you look
confused.
sexy.
I'd be confused by you wearing leather pants. Like, this is not the picture I thought when we talked about it earlier. I think it is weird that she's wearing leather pants, but I don't think it's inappropriate. It's not revealing anything.
I think she looks very stylish. I just like don't see it as sexy at all.
I think if they were cotton pants, we wouldn't even be talking about it. Because just because they're leather, it's considered sexy. But we had a lot of teachers earlier when we were talking about this say, like, I wear leggings to school because the kids wear leggings to school and you can tear leggings from my cold, dead millennial hands. I'm wearing leggings to school.
I think the thing is leather, I think to certain, maybe it's my generation, is seen as sexy. It's like, oh, she's dressed in black leather. You wouldn't go, she's dressed in black polyester. But leather has a certain sexual quality to it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm wrong.
The faux leather pants have been around for a while, though, at least with our generation, Bailey and I's, because I think that, like, to us, those are just like pants. For me, faux leather is so uncomfortable. I do not want to wear that.
Yeah.
They do not fit well on me. Like, that's not my vibe. But I feel like she pulls it off in a fashionable way, not a sexy way.
And that's my point. I just think it's weird to wear them to school because I just wouldn't be comfy. Not because this is sexual to me in any way.
Oh. Well,
it looks more like fashion-y than
fashion
it does
is
like
pain.
turn me
Isn't
on.
that what they say?
Yeah. Beauty is pain.
Yeah, it is more beauty
I know,
is pain.
like, a lot of people think, there should be dress codes for teachers in general. Like, you shouldn't be showing up to school looking sexy. The point that I was trying to make is that, are they showing up to school sexy or are they showing up to school curvy and wearing clothes that fit?
I don't think she's curvy at all. She's very thin.
Well, she's got like big old thighs on her though, so
Okay.
she fills out those pants real nice.
I'm with you, Bailey, because I posted this on our Facebook and Instagram. Somebody on Facebook said, would we be asking this question if she wasn't attractive?
Yeah. I mean, I have one example. My sister is much bustier than me. She's a whole lot of woman, and she got dress coded all the time because she could fill out a sweater really nice. But if it was me, I would never have gotten dress coded. So I think, like, we're talking about it, and it seems like it's a sexy look because she's got thighs on her. And so we're like,
I do
ooh,
agree with
sexy.
that. Because having larger chesticles, I have definitely like worn outfits where I'm like, wow, I look like a whore. But if my friend that's an A cup was wearing that same outfit, she'd look cute.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow, I look like a whore.
Well, I think there probably are teachers who will give side eye to other teachers who maybe do dress a little too sexy for school. Now, what that is your definition and other people's definition too. But it's funny because, we go to church once in a while and most people dress, nice for church. You dress up. But once in a while, there are the rich Chanhassen women who have the gorgeous kids and the gorgeous husband, and they're dressed, I think, a little too sexy for church. And it's like, Jesus is not really interested in how hot you look in the little tiny short skirt or whatever. Jesus is more interested in getting some money out of you.
They also say in
That's so
church,
true, Dave.
they say come as you are. Like, God accepts you even if you can't afford to dress to the nines in church. They
Don't say that to Dave. He doesn't want you coming in your pajama pants.
Yeah.
You do not come to the house of the Lord in pajama pants.
I agree with you. I'm just telling you that in church, they do say come as you are because Jesus will accept you.
Well, because Jesus wants your money. I mean, well, not Jesus so much, but the pastor and the investments.
Back to teachers,
Yeah.
the dress code.
Yeah.
My friend Katie Cap used to be a teacher, and she texted me and she said back in the day, they could wear leggings as long as they were wearing something on top that would cover their butt. And that was their dress
like
code.
a sweater or a cardigan or something?
Yeah, like a sweater or like a flowy top that like covered your butt somehow. And I see that for sure.
I feel like I would just wear a dress all the time as a teacher. Like what I'm wearing right now, it's like a long maxi loose dress.
Yeah.
So comfy. I'd wear this. Is this appropriate, do you think, as a teacher?
No, you got boobs. Sorry.
You're right.
Inappropriate.
The They're completely
She's trying
covered.
to be
I
sexy.
don't know what kind of 1975 thinking people think like that. It's like if you got boobs, you really can't do anything about it.
Right.
Hello, it's not 1975 anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
Jenny, take off your cardigan.
Take off your cardigan, Jenny.
You can't ask her to do that, Vaughn.
There is, they are skinny straps, so I'd
That's
probably
what I
have
was
to
gonna
wear
ask.
a little cardigan over top or a little sweater.
That's what I was gonna
couldn't
ask.
wear it just like plain without the.
Because what was the rule when we were in school? It was like a 2-finger. What was it
Mine
called?
was 2 fingers thick for the straps, but Bailey said hers was
Mine
3
was 3.
fingers.
And then for pants, it's like it has to reach like the tips of your arms going all the way down. The tips of your fingers going all the way down for shorts.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. A couple of text messages. Hot people could wear a paper bag and still look hot. It's one of those things. That is true. I mean, Bailey and I have told Bailey this story a million times. I dated a girl one time who was so gorgeous. We were trying on sunglasses at one of those circular racks, and I looked stupid in nearly all of them.
Yeah, like a bug.
She looked great in every single pair of sunglasses. Gorgeous people could wear a paper bag and still look hot. Another text message. It says, I would be weirded out if my kid's teacher wore leather or fake leather pants to school. Leggings or jeans, no big deal, but leather, that's weird for school. Go vote. What are people saying? You can vote and comment on this on Instagram, the story, Dave Ryan Show. There's a
Instagram.
picture of her. You can see it.
Instagram and Facebook. I'll go through Instagram. People are saying, yes, it's inappropriate. No, it's not inappropriate. Absolutely not. She's in style and fashionable, perfectly acceptable. Somebody else said, as a teacher, I would wear that to work. She's fine. No different than skinny jeans. How do you feel about skinny jeans as a teacher to work, Dave?
I don't know. I don't
not
really have an
revealing
opinion on it.
anything.
I think leather is what makes it a little bit over the top for me. You know, I don't know. Leather is, again, it goes back to the she was wearing black leather or he was wearing leather. It's like leather is sexy. You wouldn't say she's wearing black flannel. You know
See,
what
I've
I mean?
never
But
thought of
leather is sexy.
Me neither.
It's just a fabric to me.
And
It's not a fabric. It is a
one.
skin.
Yeah, when you bend down and then it like bubbles up around your mid
It
region.
doesn't work for me.
I love you guys. All right, we'll be back in a second.
farted?
Oh, did we give the keyword for Sabrina?
Oh, we didn't. So let's
Okay.
do it right now. Yeah,
Keyword
I'll
right
tell you what
now.
it is.
Tell me the keyword, and
It's
we will.
espresso.
Espresso is the keyword. Yeah, we got excited about leather pants. So, keyword espresso. Use that to say in the talkback feature to win that amazing trip to Los Angeles to see Sabrina Carpenter. Espresso. Open up the iHeart app. Tap the red button. Say the keyword is espresso. Boom. It's like you bought a raffle ticket and it was free.
kept it to myself.
Now, the news that has Hollywood talking. Dave Sturt on KDWB.
Taylor Swift has added another $2 million annually to her security budget, which honestly doesn't seem like that much. She already spends about $8 million a year on security. And I was surprised it's such a small figure considering all of the touring that she does and all of the public appearances and going to the Chiefs game and going to this game and that game. It like $2 million. And you know what? Absolutely justified with the amount of like people that are unstable and crazed and just a little bit too whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just sad. I heard years ago, like 5 years ago, that they have somebody follow her around with like bullet packing.
Yeah, you said
which
that.
if she got a bullet wound in her, it's like a tampon that basically goes into a bullet wound.
Wow.
And it's just sad to think. I mean, you can't even imagine something like that. You know, it's like Taylor Swift. You would think that it'd be wonderful to live her life. And in a lot of ways it is, but at the same time, man, you can't have any kind of normal life that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can't go to Kohl's, can't go to Chi-Chi's. You want to go to the new Chi-Chi's, you can't go to Chi-Chi's.
What?
You can't go.
That would absolutely suck. So I'm assuming Secret Service wear bulletproof vests. Would you say that they
Probably.
do?
Her security?
No. Just
Secret
Secret
Service.
Service for like
I believe
politicians.
so. I believe so.
So do you think that her security is walking around doing that and willing to jump in front of her in case somebody tries to
I don't know.
shoot
That's
her?
a good question. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Well, anyways, on to something a little bit happier. Wicked for Good is coming out shortly. November 21st is the release date. But if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get early access. Apparently, Universal Pictures partnered with Amazon to have select theaters on November 17th air it or whatever. You can go view it. And if you're a Prime member, you can buy tickets online. I guess the website is Oz. So OZ. On Amazon.com to see if there is a theater near you and how you can get tickets.
And speaking of Wicked for Good, this year's Sexiest Man Alive goes to Jonathan Bailey.
Woo! Sexiest Man Alive, Jonathan Bailey! In 2025, you just think, I'm sort of thrilled that People magazine have invited someone in to bestow this honor on someone who can really cherish the value of a sexy man. Yes.
So he's playing Fiyero in Wicked and Wicked for Good, and you might know him also from Bridgerton or Jurassic Park Rebirth. I, for one, am thrilled that Jonathan Bailey has won Sexiest Man Alive because I agree. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So it's the 35th anniversary since the original Home Alone movie came out, and Macaulay Culkin, who, if you don't know, played Kevin, he's in an ad for a company that provides in-home non-medical care for seniors called Home Instead.
Susan works for Home Instead.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she goes and sees a woman a couple of times a week.
That's good for her.
Yeah,
Here's a
it's
little
very
clip
cool.
from the ad.
I just worry about Mom being by herself, you know? When she falls down or gets snowed in. They never did catch that South Bend shovel slayer. I'll call you back.
You're a jumpy one, aren't you?
Sorry, I thought you were this...
Old Man Marley? That's my Gramps.
Really?
That's all it is.
Old Man Marley is the guy that he's afraid of at first, but then it turns out that Old Man Marley's a very soft-hearted guy.
He has one of those in each movie, because in the second movie, it's the lady with the birds, right?
It is the lady with the birds. Yeah, look at you.
And
That's
she's
very
sweet.
true. So on Wheel of Fortune, apparently, I don't watch it that often, but I'll watch it once in a while. There's a new category called What the Fun.
Oh,
I'm scared that
What
out of me and Jenny just now. Producers, Vaught and Jenny were just like, oh.
Oh, my hand was about to hover over that dump button.
Yo.
What the Fun. So it is basically adult swear word kind of phrases that really aren't. So this group called 1 Million Moms, they're upset with Wheel of Fortune for adding the category What the Fun. So they claim it is insinuated profanity, and they've launched a petition asking producers to clean it up. Okay, well, that's fine. I got no problem with that one. If that's the way you feel, that's the way you feel. But here is an example of some of the What the Fun winner categories with incorrect guesses. Here we go.
Tavares, right in the butt?
What?
No.
I'd like to solve
Okay.
bridal and gold shower.
Sorry. P. There is a P. A group of pill pushers? This is Wheel of Fortune, Joe!
Yeah, kind of funny. I wonder what the real solutions
I
were.
know.
That is kind of funny. So anyway, 1 Million Moms is petitioning against that. to see whether they can make it go away.
I did not know what bridal and gold lit.
On a work computer?
Yeah, we've done worse.
Yeah, I was
Probably.
going to say, the instant a D pic comes out of a celebrity, we all go to our work computers like, where can we find it? We have to report on this during Dave's Dirt.
We have to report on
It's
this.
for research, Rich.
If you guys are fans of Oreos, you might like the classic flavors, but now they have a Thanksgiving food option that
What?
they're bringing out. Yeah, apparently the stuffing, it's supposed to taste like turkey and stuffing, sweet potato, creamed corn, cranberry sauce, pumpkin pie, and caramel apple pie. And you can buy a tin of those Oreo cookies for $20 plus shipping at Oreo.com. But the question is, like, does anyone really want those?
Yeah.
'Cause I don't.
What in the Willy Wonka?
It's a novelty. It's like,
I
people
know.
are going to go and try it. It's
I kind of
fun.
want one just for the
It's
novelty.
great marketing. Here we are talking about, what is it? Oreos?
Oreos, yeah. I love Oreos.
What color is it? Does it show you a picture?
So it shows me like this tin that looks like Christmas cookies, honestly. So they're all different colors. So I think you can try them. It's not all of that shoved into one. It's 6 different flavors.
Honestly, I'd try it. It sounds gross, but
I
I'd
would try the cranberry sauce one and the sweet potato one.
Yeah.
And I'd try them all. Never mind. Keep going.
Dave, I have a new TV show for you. Streaming now on Hulu is Ryan Murphy's new series called All's Fair. This is the one that has Kim Kardashian in it. They are all divorce attorneys, but then there's also Sarah Paulson, Niecy Nash, Naomi Watts, Glenn Close. So it's a star-studded cast. And I've heard through the grapevine that it's actually pretty good, even though Kim Kardashian's not the best actor in real life.
I can see that.
She's not.
Her last Friday's results of the California bar exam to see if she actually could become a lawyer, which is wild to me. So now she's playing one on TV.
That is kind of crazy.
I think you might watch it, David.
You know, I am looking for my next watch.
There you go.
And people suggest it all the time. And by the time I get home, I can't remember what it was. I think there's one called Wayward. Somebody says, is there a show called Wayward?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that it?
I've heard it was good. I think somebody texted because you and I are always watching stuff. They said, Vaughn and Dave, you'll like this one. So
I might check that one out. We watched one last night with a Sandra Bullock that came up on our Netflix suggestions called Premonition. And it was so bad. It got to the end. I'm like, it's not you. Sometimes you know the ending is not going to resolve anything. It's going to leave you going, what? And it got to the end. We're like, what the hell just happened? It was like a non-linear timeline. It was stupid. It was a good concept, but we looked on Rotten Tomatoes afterward. It had a 7% rating on Rotten Tomatoes because nobody liked the movie Premonition.
See, what's wild is that you'll watch a 7% Rotten Tomato movie, but you won't watch a 95% K-pop Demon Hunters.
I will. I just won't. Susan does not want to watch K-pop Demon Hunters.
Jenny, we are going to be in 2028 and Bailey will still be, Dave, you got to watch it. And
It's
Dave's
so
gonna say,
I do agree with her on that one
I'm
because
sure. I don't
she
disagree.
was on me for like a month until I finally watched it, and then I just randomly turned it on one night, and I texted her immediately, and I was like, "Oh,
You have to
this is
admit,
so good."
the title is a stupid title.
It is a stupid title.
You have to admit that.
it turns me off.
But it's so good. 95% tomato meter and 99% popcorn meter.
No, I get it.
Let me give you one thing that you should be watching. Coming into Disney Plus and Hulu November 14th, the Jonas Brothers are dropping a Christmas movie.
What's got a famous rock star like you so down?
As the Jonas Brothers, we're great. But us as brothers, like actually, whatever magic was there is just dead.
Nothing like Christmas to help a family rediscover its magic.
Looks like the money from the tour's drying up for Kevin, Joe, and Nick. But this should be cool.
Oh, you cynic,
Yeah,
you. I think they're
shut
doing
up.
great. Dirt is brought to you by 612 Injured, Heimer and Lammer's Injury Law. Coming up in a second, you right? Remember the woman who went to Grand Forks for a kind of a blind date over the weekend? And she actually dumped the guy that she met and then hooked up with his friend 8 times. We're going to talk to her in a second and get the details on those 8 times. Like, how does that happen in a 48-hour period? And then also, are you planning on seeing this guy again? We'll talk to her coming up in a minute on KDWB, plus another Sabrina Carpenter keyword in 7.5 minutes.
Set your smart speaker to wake up to the Dave Ryan Show on 101.3 KDWB.